We're inside the Gamblers War Room with Associate Head Coach and Director of Player Personnel, Pat Mickish. And Pat, exciting day for the Green Bay Gamblers. Out of 8 picks, you guys picked 6. Let's talk first about your tendered players, Junior Gates and Aaron O'Neill, 2 players that you guys felt like you could go out there and tender because they're very important pieces to the future of the Green Bay Gamblers.
Well, they were important pieces because we were losing so many forwards. And checking the stats on all the 96s that came into this league this year, we knew that the 97s would translate well next year. And to fill some of those gaps with players like Aaron and Junior were great to do right off the start. They're both big, strong athletes. They got lots to learn about the game still, but we're excited about the project of working with them.
Let's talk a little bit about your first pick tonight in the Phase 1 of the USHL draft. Parcells, right in the backyard of the Green Bay Gamblers, coming from Wausau West. What did you guys like about him?
Well, Adam is a big, long defenseman. He's very athletic. We've had a chance to watch him all year long, and he's slowly progressed into the player that we feel is a year away from playing in this league. He'll come to camp and be given an opportunity to compete against our guys, but we like his development path, being part of Wausau High School, and then also having Team Wisconsin involved in that process. So we're very excited to work with him. I know David Carr was extremely excited when we got him today.
I'm talking Ryan Smith now, a guy that you went out and recruited, a guy you really liked in the second round. Talk a little bit about Ryan Smith and why you pulled the trigger on that pick.
Well, we learned about Ryan, kind of later in the process. He's a kid that's grown a lot in the last year, really filled into his body. Out at Northwood Prep, they do a great job of developing their kids, and he was the right fit at that right time, and we think he's a kind of a late bloomer that's going to be able to fit into our system well. He's got an offensive flair, he gets up the ice, and he likes to play.
And Sam Militek, another one of those guys that you guys like picking. Talk a little bit about him.
Well, Sam missed almost this whole year. A year ago, there's no way we would have been able to get Sam at that spot. He missed basically a full season of hockey, came back and was part of the development program tryout. Probably not back at 100% yet, but I really trust the development path he's on. Cranbrook has done an unbelievable job in the state of Michigan in developing top-end athletes, and we're very excited to have him.
The guy that I was most excited that you guys picked, it was actually in the 6th round, Liam Darcy, committed to New Hampshire. Talk a little bit about him, because he looks like he could be a guy that could really help this team after Jake Linhart and Jordan Gross leave after this year.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, he's going to fill some of those gaps with that puck-moving defenseman, and we've kind of built our team around that for the last few years, and we don't want to fall off there. We've got some players on our affiliate list that we really like to do that right now, but adding Liam it's a huge addition, and New Hampshire's done a great job of recruiting kids like that. They like that style of play as well, so he'll be a welcome addition to that back end.
And you guys had enough confidence in the Chicago Mission program with the likes of Nick Schmaltz, Jake Linhart to go out and get Kip Hoffman. You guys are pretty excited about that pick in the 7th round.
Really surprised Kip was there. We were excited, had a chance to watch him this last weekend. Again, he's another player that had an injury this year, missed a lot of the year, so might have gone unnoticed a little bit, but we had a chance to see him play lately, played very well. He's back, he's healthy. He's one of the smartest players in this age group. He can play forward, he can play defense, and he's extremely competitive.
A guy you guys have been throwing around all day in the War Room, Peter Tufto. You guys get him in that 8th round. Pretty comfortable spot for you guys. I know it was tough. A lot of good names out on the board yet, but Peter Tufto was the guy.
Well, with the size we have right now, we were able to go with this undersized skill forward. He plays with high energy, high compete, and he's going to make things happen every time he's on the ice. I've been able to see him play the last 2 weeks in a row, and both times he was dynamic. And it's just tough to find kids that play at full speed and can make plays.
What is your overall thoughts as we close up the War Room tonight, looking ahead to the Phase 2, the USHL draft? What are your thoughts of the guys that you picked tonight or were able to get a hold of?
Well, we're really excited. We think we got gamblers. They're kids that love to play hockey. They compete. They'll stick up for their teammates. They'll do all the right things that way. I mean, we've got a busy day ahead of us tomorrow. We've got to add some direct pieces for next year's team. But it's always good to have that future start to get stocked.
All right, thanks, Pat.
Yep.